All right, hey guys, Zubin and Horace back. We're going to talk about the finals that are going to be happening tomorrow night, and we're going to give you our predictions. So the first one we got at 125 is Luke Lillidahl from Penn State and Mark Anthony McGowan from Princeton. Um, so, I've said McGowan, he has been really putting it together at the right time, finally reaching that potential that people always talked about. Last time he wrestled Lillidahl stalled him out. So I just don't think he's going to be able to break through Lillidahl's defenses, and Lillidahl is going to come out attacking. He's really wrestling great. He wrestled Spratley amazingly. So for me, this is an easy pick, really. I'm going to take Lillidahl by major.
Nice. Yeah, so I agree with you. I think Lil Doll definitely puts it to McGowan. I don't think, I think McGowan has made an awesome run, great story, but yeah, Lil Doll's too much for him. I don't think it will, I don't think it will be a major. I think it'll be like a 7 point win. So, but it'll be a decision. But it'll just be a he'll definitely show his dominance.
All right, well, let's move on to 133.
Yeah, so 133 championship, right? Everyone, this is what everyone wants to see. I think it's going to be the feature bout of the night. Um, if I think Jax Forrest takes this, I don't. I think this is going to be a much closer bout, and I don't think he, I don't think he bonuses on this. So it really, I think Davino holds position really well. So I'm gonna go Forrest by decision.
Well, uh, I was kind of low on, not low on Forrest, but I thought Seidel would beat him because I like Seidel. But after seeing what he did to Seidel in the semis, I think he's going to handle Davino as well. Honestly, I think Jax is going to come out tomorrow and be trying to prove a point. He just wants to go out there and score. I'm going to take Jax by tech, which is a little crazy, but
I mean, definitely possible.
I, I definitely could see it happening. Let's move to 141. So 141, we've got Mendez and Vega. This is, one of those matches that everyone's talked about. They're excited for it. Mendez is just relentless, really smooth attacks, very physical hand fighter. Just every aspect of wrestling, Mendez is one of the top 10 guys, pound for pound, top, bottom, neutral, wherever you want it. Vega is magic. People get in on his legs, he looks dead to rights, and he somehow finds his way out of it. Now, Mendez is great at scrambling, but Vega has just proven he's on another level. So the real question here is going to be, can Mendez keep up with the scrambling of Vega and neutralize it? And I think he does, but I think it is actually going to be close because he's not going to be able to just take Vega down at will. He's going to have to work really, really hard just to get one. So I have Mendez by decision.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so I agree with you. Vega's a wizard. He does things that and gets out of situations that I've never seen anyone else do. And but I this is Mendez's last match. I think he puts on a show. I think he proves. Yeah, I think he wants to stamp the Hodge, and he wants to try to take it away from Bar or Mess and Brick. And so he, I think he ends up majoring Vega. It's, I mean, definitely possible that Vega keeps it close, or even Vega potentially pulls off the upset. But I think Mendez wants to prove a point in this match, and it's his last collegiate match, and he wants that Hodge, so he's gonna prove it tomorrow night.
Good pick. 49.
49. Van Ness versus Valencia. Um, so I don't know if Van Ness's curse just goes one round later every year, but I'm not gonna pick it this year. Right? He's been losing the semis, and getting third. He made it through to the finals. I think he puts. I think Penn State gets six champs, honestly, but this is definitely one of them, right? I think Van Ness is going to put his mark on. I believe Van Ness majors Valencia.
I am right there with you. Van Ness is, I've picked against him enough for this year. I haven't believed him in enough, and he is definitely showing that he is one of the best guys out there. So yeah, Valencia, great run to the finals. Unfortunately, I think Van Ness stops that run. I could see Valencia coming out and getting the first takedown. Um, because that still inexplicably does happen to Van Ness every now and then. But I think then Van Ness roars back, and I'm with you. I think he majors him.
Nice, yeah.
Let's move on to
He,
57. So 57, we got Robidou versus Taylor. This is a rematch. Taylor got him last time. But if there's one thing that I keep saying about these freshmen, especially these Oklahoma State guys, they get better every single time they step on the mat. Obviously, David Taylor is one of the brightest minds in wrestling, and he's helping these guys grow at just an exponential pace. Taylor's the defending champion, but I think Robidou's going to come in, new kid on the block, and he's going to take it to him. And I see him winning this probably in sudden victory, but definitely just by a decision.
yeah, nice pick. I'm definitely hoping for the same, but I think with JB calling it from the sidelines and commentating, and they haven't had a back-to-back champ since JB. So I'm gonna go Antrell Taylor in sudden victory, gets the decision.
Yeah, thinking that Antrell Taylor's going to be in sudden victory is usually a pretty good call.
Yeah.
65.
Yeah, 65. The like one of the few guarantees is Mitchell Messenbrink. He's wrestled Caliendo so many times, and it's the same outcome every time. It's him getting his hand raised. I don't see the tomorrow being any different. Tomorrow, it really the only thing tomorrow it really is how bad does he, or how much does he win by, and I think he handles them by major.
I like that. Uh, Again, I'm right there with you. It's the same thing, right? It's always just Messenbrink is going to win, but how much is he going to win by? Hepner was able to hold him to a 6-0 decision, but I think the one difference is that Caliendo will engage, whereas Hepner was really trying to not engage too much near the end of that match. Caliendo will engage. He has taken down Messenbrink before. I guarantee you he believes he can win. Um, but he might be the only person. Maybe Tom and Terry too. But Messenbrink definitely gonna take this one away, and I'm gonna say by tech because I think he's gonna come out and he is going to be trying to prove a point, trying to make a last, effort for that Hodge because he did have just this decision here in the quarters. So I think he comes out with a fire lit and just takes it to Caliendo.
I like it.
74, we got Levi Haynes and Minto. This is the one that everyone had penciled in. They thought this is what it was going to be. And lo and behold, here we have it, Big Ten rematch. It was a close match. What was the score of the Big Ten final?
It was 2.
2-1, right? Yeah, it was a close match. Um, but if anything, I just think that Haynes is going to make the necessary adjustments to, maybe even open it up a little more. I'm not going to say he wins by major, but he probably wins by like 4 or 5 convincing fashion. I've got Haynes by decision.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Haynes is on a mission. He's gonna prove a point tomorrow. Um, I don't think I think Minto's good enough to keep it close, but not close enough. And he's gonna, I agree, by 5, 4, 5, 6 points, he's gonna get the decision. But it's gonna be convincing.
Let's move on to
All right,
84.
84, Rocco Welsh McAnally, right? I think everybody but the PSU fan base wants Rocco Welsh to lose. Um, and I mean I get it. He's not entertaining when it comes to wrestling. If you want to sell tickets, I wouldn't put Rocco Welsh on there. But he does find a way to get to win. The Big Ten final was really interesting because I don't think Max wrestled as good as he could have the entire match. I think he wrestled real tentative, and then he came out at the end and he got in close twice and potentially had the takedown, but they didn't give it. So I'm gonna take McAnally over Welsh in sudden victory because it always goes to sudden victory or tiebreakers for Welsh.
Yeah, it does always go there for them, for Welsh. And I think I agree with you. Everyone besides Penn State fans want him to lose, and I bet some Penn State fans want him to lose because he is such a different, he wrestles differently than the rest of the Penn State team. He reminds me of Bo Bartlett. He just does just enough to win, but he wins all the time.
Yeah. 4-1, 5-1.
Yeah, yeah. He reminds me of that so much. Um, I think, and I wish it would go the other way, but I think he finds the way to get it done against McAnally tomorrow too. Um, so in this one, I've got the same as you really. They're probably going to sudden victory, but I'm giving it to Welsh. He just finds a way in sudden victory, so I've got Welsh by decision. Then 97. 97 I think is it's the same thing as 65. Barr is a lock. It's just how much do you think he's going to win by? So Merrill has had a tremendous tournament. Again, an Okie State freshman making tremendous strides every time he steps on the mat, but he'd have to make like mile-long strides to catch up to Barr, I think. Barr is just going to come out and he's just relentless. He will keep constant pressure on Merrill. I don't think Merrill will be able to withstand it, and I've probably got it ending Barr by major.
Yeah, I mean I agree. I think Barr is gonna come out. He's gonna. I think what's his name? Merrill will try to keep it close in the beginning, but that pressure that Barr puts on people is unreal, and I actually think he takes them in the finals. By the third period, Merrill's gonna be exhausted, and Barr is just gonna light him up in the third.
All right, nice. I could definitely see that happening. I was just trying to give Merrill a little benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Merrill. I think he's great, but I do think in the third period, it's like Josh Barr just got on the mat and everybody else has went through 4 periods already.
Yes, it's I used to say that I heard Ben Askren say once on Flow that Mitchell Messenbrink had a apartment he rented in the Marianas Trench. I think he must have got a roommate with Josh Barr when he came to Penn State because they both
Yeah.
just never run out of gas.
Yeah. All right. So the last weight, heavyweight, Bastida versus Trumbull. I think this is an interesting matchup only because Trumbull's a giant. He looks so tall out there against everybody. However, I don't think he can match Bastida's strength and speed. It's on another level, and he proved it against Ferrari. And he came out there and damaged Ferrari. Like Ferrari was bloody and had no answer. And I think Bastida handles Trumbull. I think it's going to be a very large decision, like by 7 points. But yeah, Bastida takes it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Same page. Bastida versus what he did to AJ Ferrari in that semi was just eye-opening. He destroyed that man. AJ looked like from the start he never had a shot in that match, and he was trying to be offensive in the second and third period, but he just Bastida was matching him in every aspect, strength, flexibility, speed. So he's got all those intangibles that Ferrari does. He's just much bigger than Ferrari. So he's probably stronger and he's got a lot more mass. Uh, I like Trumbull. I'm always going to like the ACC guys, but I just don't think he's got enough for Bastida. So I'm going to agree with you. It's going to be on the border of a major, but yeah, Bastida by decision. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, I said I think we got some great picks there. We're only opposite on one, two,
Yes, or
two,
two. Yep,
two of them.
yep,
Yeah,
yep. So
Taylor and
57 and 84, we are a little different on, but I think a lot of these finals have, I don't know if they're clear favorites, but I think a lot of people will be picking, a certain guy. But obviously we saw last year with Gable and Hendrickson. I think probably everyone picked Gable, and it didn't end that way. So,
yep.
Shane Sparks has said about 3,000 times that no one is safe this weekend, and he keeps quoting that he said that last year. So I'll add 3001 for him. No one is safe this tournament. But yeah, it should be a great night of finals tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I'm excited and I'm sad to see that the college wrestling's gonna be over tomorrow night, but because this weekend was awesome.
Yeah, it was sweet. So, but anyway, those are our picks for the finals. I've had them on the screen here so you can see Zubin's are on the left, mine are on the right. If you guys want, drop your picks in the comments below and have fun watching them tomorrow. And we'll be back after the finals tomorrow with a recap. So, as always, we'll talk to you next time.
Yep, see ya.